All right, I felt like this was an important moment in the FarmGirl Forge history because this is the moment that I become FarmGirl Forged. Yes, my hair is singed. I did catch myself on fire, and let me freaking tell you, that was not pleasant. My everything else is safe, but my hand did get quite burned. And another thing, people, as you see, I have some soot in my face. You will find me two ways, and it's either completely immaculate or absolutely filthy. And let me tell you something. The other day, I went to a pretty upscale art gallery, and the team leader opted to introduce me to a ton of people and not tell me that there was stuff on my face, okay? So someone told me recently that people that love you are honest with you, so love the people enough around you to tell them that there's something on their face, okay? So that's my little rant for now. I'm going to talk about what I'm doing. Quite literally, becoming FarmGirl Forged. So we got the forge literally fired up, learned a very valuable lesson today, and I'm not going to be repeating that. So what are we making? This here is a seahorse that I made for a client. I did draw this and I cut it into sheet metal, and I made it into abstract art. Now, it has been my dream and my vision to make us get into my sculpture series. So this is what is officially going to begin for the new year. And now that we are past the holiday, this is what I'm starting. So it's a little bit chaotic, but what I've forged so far, and I didn't record this because I really, in light of what happened to me, singeing myself, I really just wanted a chance to get in contact with this myself. So as you can see, I've kind of used this frame that I've made, and now I'm making almost like a skeleton because we're going to start to get dimensional now. As I'm talking, I'm going to turn off the gas here and just conserve that the best I can. And really, like I said, just try to, okay, maybe my turning skills are not working. Hold on. Hold the phone. All right, now we're turned off here. Here we go. Off. So, with that being said, I did forge this. This was hog wire that had gotten damaged. So I am salvaging the thick wire and again, making sort of a skeleton for this seahorse, which will be my first sculpture. So again, I'm kind of rambling on. I might edit this because I feel like I'm just totally dweebing out. I really wasn't going to record this, but I felt like, again, this was the moment that I've been waiting for. I feel like my whole life I have forged only one time in my life, and it was with a dear friend of mine, and he, I say this with pride and not arrogantly, but he kind of that I was like a natural at it, so maybe in a time better than this, I forged battle armor or something cool. How did I get dirtier just in the 2 seconds that I've been filming this? Just wanted to record this process. This is going to be kind of like the outside of the skeleton, so I'm going to take this second piece, and now I'm going to do like the inside, like his belly here. Maybe I'll use that curve to my advantage, and then really, this looks like it's like a little bit of a longer piece, so I really want to get the spiral of that tail. And then where I'm going to mount this is actually going to be on this rotor, which is another salvaged material. So he's going to be sitting on his tail on this rotor here. All right, so stick with me, guys. I'm really excited about this. This is really something I've dreamed of for a really, really long time now. Again, trying my best to document this while I'm also trying to accomplish a project. This has always been a huge challenge for me. This is why I've never really done a lot of filming, because I do have a tremendous amount of passion for what I do, and I just want to create. So I don't want to say I don't want to be bothered, because I absolutely love seeing the feedback I get, and you guys have been so wonderfully supportive. So that is why I'm trying to do this, but I am going to try to do this step by step. So here's what I'm going to do. I did kind of make out his nose, right? So now this is what I mentioned. I did the top side of him here. Hang on one second as I maneuver the pieces around. So this is the top side of, so to say, the skeleton of this seahorse. So see how that kind of meets? And I understand like you're going to have to do a tremendous amount of envisioning with me. But ultimately, oh my gosh, this thing is stuck on the other side. Okay, here we go. So there we go. So I'm going to connect that there. It curves and then down to his tail that I'm holding here. So again, this is a tremendous of trust the process. But now what I'm going to do is, also I'd like to point out, I do not have the proper blacksmithing tools. I'm using a pipe wrench and actual pipe, a literal hand-forged antique that I was slipping on the end of this to help me kind of hold and bend things. And again, I even used the rotor that's going to be the base of this sculpture So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to stick this back in, and I don't know, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm still teaching myself this process, so I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to attempt to make a mark here. This might burn off in the forge, but what I want is I want to bend this to really isolate like where his little jaw is going to be. But I'm pretty proud of myself that I got this nice hook. I put it in the end of the anvil here, and if you do notice, my anvil is missing a base. I am a beginner in this, and I got it for a very good deal. So this is just where I'm starting out, and to be honest, I actually, because the anvil was lighter, I turned it on its side to kind of help me flatten this out in this process. So stick with me. I'm trying my best to document and do at the same time. All right, so I did actually discover that the metal was a lot more malleable than what I might have thought. I did break a piece off in the process, but I recovered from that. This little nub that I have sitting out right here is going to serve as what is not on this frame that I've made, his little wing. I don't think that that's the right term because it's an ocean creature and it does not fly, but that is nonetheless what we're going to call it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This is a magical moment for me. I was, I don't want to say bestowed, but I guess that's me reading too much action fantasy books. I listen to my audiobooks when I do this, and I read about a 500-page book a week. But nonetheless, what I was just saying before I scrolled out here with my ADHD is that someone in the family essentially named me, or named my company FarmGirl Forged years ago, and it's a novelty to me to finally start to become her.